Merry Christmas, everyone, or Merry Christmas Eve, I guess. In America, I think for you it starts on the 25th, but I wish you all a happy Christmas Eve and time with family. And I don't even know where to start. As usual,
I already saw it.
I don't have a concept for my live stream, so usually I'm just babbling away. But in case you're rewatching this, I'm just very grateful for your messages, and I really appreciate everyone's um, thoughts and messages and wishes and kind words. It really means a lot to me. I just want to let you guys know. And yeah, this is gonna be a very short one, because I'm still quite emotional. So, hi Abdai, how are you doing? I hope you're all having happy holidays and enjoying the last few days of the year, which certainly has been a very tumultuous year. But thank you, Abda. I really appreciate that. Thank you, thank you. I'm still kind of in shock, you know. So I guess until I'm in Germany, that's probably when it's gonna hit the hardest. But yeah, I just felt like I wanted to wish you all a Merry Christmas or Happy Holidays, and thank you all for the messages. And I'm sorry I haven't replied to any of them yet. I just had so much going on, and like I said, I'm quite emotional. So whenever I'm reading any messages related to it, it makes me tear up. But at the same time, I just wanted to let you all know what's going on, since so many of us asked, you know, about my dad and how he's doing, and which is really sweet that you all did that. So I just felt like I wanted to update you and also let you know why I'm not gonna be here for a while. So yeah, appreciate everything, and it was a good year, but yeah, with a sad ending, but that's life, right? So if any of you are going through any sadness right now, or you know, grieving, you all got this. Christmas is not always happy for everyone, and you know, that's just life. Bye, Jungsu. Have fun. But yeah, I just want to share the sad parts of life too. You know, I feel like it's always easy to show the good sides of YouTube and or people's lives on YouTube. And Merry Christmas to you too, Pastor. But yeah, like I said, I think many people on YouTube always share the good aspects of life. They always seem happy. Their life seems perfect, and you know, everything is just always on the bright side. But that's just not how real. You should exercise instead of YouTube. Well, Jungsu, I'm not doing YouTube 24/7. You know, it's just like 10% of my day, if that, probably like more like 5%. And I have very many different things on my mind right now other than exercise. But I hope you enjoy your exercise, and thanks for the live advice. But yeah, back to the topic. Life is not always happy, and life is not always, you know, Christmas is not always merry and jolly and joyful, and not everyone is lucky enough to spend it with family or loved ones. So I just thought that's why I put it out there, so people that are going through the same thing don't feel alone or like they're the only ones that are going through it. You're not alone. A lot of people have to deal with sadness, loneliness, or grief throughout this time of the year. So you'll get this. It will get better. It's nothing ever stays the same. You know, sadness goes away. Merry Christmas. How about Hey, Fanny. My dad just has passed away, unfortunately. It's unreal for me to say it. I'm not crying. I already bawled my eyes out for the last few days before I could even tell anyone about it. But so many people have been asking about his health, so I just felt like it would be fair to give you all an update and let you all know why I won't be here for a while, probably. And also to wish you all happy holidays and Merry Christmas. And I'm all about sharing the sad parts of life too, not just the joyful parts, because so many people get a wrong idea from social media that everyone's just, living those perfect, happy lives, and that's just not reality. Thank you. Y'all made me tear up, so. But I appreciate y'all. Thank you so much, Fanny and Pastor and Jay. Thank you. You guys are awesome too. But yeah, as hard as it is to be vulnerable, especially on like YouTube or anywhere where people see you, I think it's important just because a lot of people are trying to just ignore those like sadder parts of life and not show that. And I feel like it's really important to do that because people can feel really alone when they're going through struggles. And
What the fuck is a what?
It always helps, like, the saying shared pain is half the pain. And I feel like that is very true. When people share, like my friends here or people from work, when I talk to them and they share their same or similar experiences they had and that they made it through it, it makes me feel more hopeful for myself that I will be like less sad one day. And thank you, Jay. That'd be nice. Just keep me posted whenever you want to come to Nashville. And I'm not Bob Marley. I'm about to, though. In a few days, I will be there. Thank you, Fanny. I appreciate it. So it was kind of romantic, I guess. So my dad died on the same day as my mom died. When I was very young when my mom died. So it's been over a decade, and I was still a child. But my dad passed away on the same day as her, just a few days before Christmas. So yeah, I already told him, thank you for the Christmas present, I guess. But, you can't pick and choose, so. Thank you, Christopher. Merry Christmas to you too. I have to, the next few days are going to be really, just terrible, organizing a funeral and, doing all that. That's probably, not going to make it any easier to deal with it, but that's just one of those things in life that you have to do, that you can't skip. Of course, I would just like to honestly just go somewhere into the mountains and just be there for like a week or two and just, be like in a cabin by myself. And yeah, were you really close? And thank you, Jay. I really appreciate that. Yes, we were really close. My dad raised us when my mom passed away after he took care of her when she got cancer. And so he was basically my mom and my dad at the same time. And he did everything for us as children. And so, yeah, we were definitely very close. So that makes it a little bit harder, I wish I wasn't that close to him, but at the same time, that's not true because even though it's sadder for me because I was close, it would have also been sad if I wasn't close to him. That would be sad on its own, so I'm glad that we were close, but it certainly doesn't make it easier to deal with the whole situation. So, but yeah, I'm sorry for tearing up everyone. My friend Sherry said she's sorry for your loss. We love you. Thank you so much, Jay. I really appreciate it. I love you guys too. And the dog, he's with a friend now because he was here until earlier today, but I just got so much stuff to do, and I want Oscar to be, taken care of and have a good time and have a happy Christmas. He got his Christmas presents, and I got a little pet Christmas tree right here that cheers me up a little bit. And yeah, Oscar is with his friend. They're having a little fire in the living room and a Christmas tree, and he has all his treats and toys, so I'm glad he's taken care of. And then we'll organize Germany and all the stuff that comes with it. Thank you, Pastor. I really appreciate that. Merry Christmas to you, Will. I appreciate that. Makes sense that you want to take a break. Yes, it's just all I can really do. I have to go back to work after when I'm back from Germany. So life will be back to normal, I guess. That's just how it is as an adult, isn't it? I remember when my mom passed as a kid, I was just taken out of school for 2 weeks where I didn't have to do anything, but life is just not like that once you're an adult. You still have to do all those things that society needs you to do because you're a part of it. So you just can't go to the mountains and live like a hermit for a while until you feel better. Yeah, I think in the South you actually get 3 days of grievance, and I think if it's immediate family, it's a week or so, or 5 days, or something like that. I might be wrong, but it's not a lot. But luckily, my work is very, very generous, and I can take a week off, and probably even a week after that if I told them. But I'm just trying to get back into the life, and it helps coping, I feel like. But I'm definitely trying to go through the grieving instead of just distracting myself too much, because I feel like if I don't do it now, it will just catch up with me at one point. I appreciate you letting us know. Next year, my cat will make it on there. Yes, that'd be great. I would love to have your cat up here, or anyone's pets if you want to participate. We'll definitely do that again. I think it was a really good idea. And these ones I can just reuse for next year. And then we can add some new ones. So that would be fun. Next couple of days are just going to be you going through the motions. Take a break after that to properly process everything. I will, for sure. Thank you, Pastor. I definitely will. I was really enjoying YouTube when it was, so much fun, and I kind of felt like I had a routine, but life always hits you the hardest when you feel like everything is going well, That's when the stuff happens, I feel like. When it's just a little bit too good to be true. And then it comes. So just like those little trials that life throws at you. But that's how it is. You can talk to me if it helps you process. I appreciate that, Fanny. I might take on that offer when I'm in Germany, just to, don't forget how to speak English. No, and you're just awesome to talk to, and I appreciate that. But I will definitely be very, very busy down there, figuring everything out. And what I'm most scared of is really just cleaning out my dad's things and not being able to take them with me to America, because I can't take furniture or anything bigger with me. So I hope I can store it somewhere until I know what to do with it, and my sister might take some stuff. Where is Stricken? Oh, it's fine. I don't in on days like this I could not
Dude, this is the toughest guy
I
I've
could
ever
not
seen.
care less about people like that right now. Hey Clandestino. Long time no see indeed. Just going through it right now, Clandestino, but thank you. Hey Thomas, na, wie geht's? Auch an dich, Merry Christmas.
He's got the tough guy glow from Ephesians.
Who was with him when he passed? Oh,
Oh,
so apparently he fell asleep peacefully. I hope that's what's true. In the middle of the so when he went to bed, he fell asleep, and when the nurses checked on him in the middle of the night, they called and noticed or told us that he fell asleep for the last time, or he's not gonna wake up. So that's what they said. So I'm hoping they were right when they said it was peaceful, and it is just crazy to me to think it was on the same day as my mom died. I don't know if that was just a coincidence or if he was trying to be romantic or, you know, if he just had the feeling, or maybe that was just like a magical number for them or a day. I don't know. I know that when they met back then, it was during winter, so maybe it was their anniversary or something. That would be kind of cute, but he passed on his sleepless blessed soul, especially on the same day Mom died. I even think Mom came back to take him home. Yeah, that's a cute thought. Thank you for that.
What are you gonna do about it, huh?
I can see that.
Yep.
That is true. Thank you, Blue Jay.
Yep, hit the hush.
I like the name Place with your name, by the way. And I noticed that you always change your name. Hi, Victoria. Hey, missed you. I appreciate that. Thank you. Und Thomas, mein Vater ist leider von uns gegangen, kurz vor Weihnachten. Falls du dich wunderst, um was es hier gerade geht. Ich wollte nur allen frohe Weihnachten wünschen und sagen, dass ich für eine Weile wahrscheinlich nicht da sein werde. Deswegen nur kurz Bescheid sagen, weil ich wahrscheinlich eine Weile nicht streamen werde. But yeah, I missed you. Sorry for not replying to anyone's message. I know you don't expect that, but I'm just saying. I really appreciate all of your messages. I mean, it's a lot to me, and it made me tear up, even though I felt like I don't have any tears left in me. But there's always some reserves for some reason. It's like when you ate so much food and you feel like you're about to explode. There's always some room for desserts, and I feel like that's the same thing with tears. You feel like you have like no fluids in your body left, but there's always some tears left that will come out. So yeah, the last few days I just looked like I had like a boxing match or something. My eyes were just like, I couldn't even see. Like I was scared I will go blind or something, because I had a hard time just having my eyes open or just like seeing anything. So I'm glad that is like much better now. So, you know, I just had to get out, I guess. Dankeschön, Thomas, das weiß ich zu schätzen. Es ist lieb von dir. Ich wünsche dir trotzdem ganz frohe Weihnachten. Bei mir wird es natürlich traurige Weihnachten sein, aber deswegen hoffe ich umso mehr, dass ihr alle schöne Weihnachten habt. I lost my dad a few months ago. It's very hard to deal with this pain. I'm so sorry to hear that, Clandestino. It really is. I never thought... I was always scared of the day because, like I said, I was really close with my dad, and he's like the most precious person in my life, you know, always been. And I always thought, if he leaves, then I will, like, I thought if he dies, I have to die just from the pain, but, you know, just knowing that I didn't, and I'm still here, helps, you know. It kind of felt a weight off my shoulders because I was so scared of that day because he was sick for so long. So I was always scared of that moment, and now that it actually happened, I almost felt like, like a weight off my shoulders, and almost felt like a little bit more free and less scared of life. Even though that sounds weird maybe, but life just felt more easy and immediately. I was like, because that was one of my biggest fears I've always had, that moment. And when it came and I survived it, it just felt easier, if that makes sense. But I think some things don't have to make sense. We made a commitment to leave this place when we came here. Losing a parent isn't easy. I hope you are holding on to strength found through love, your near ones, including us, your friends. I sure did, Fanny. Thank you so much. It really means a lot. I hope you know that. The saddest truth is that whenever I see my dad in my dream, I'm totally aware that he's gone and I cry a lot. It's like a lucid dream I don't know how to describe. Oh, Clandestino I had the same dream, seeing my dad, and he told me that he's feeling better now. And I remember bawling my eyes out in the dream, and then I woke up feeling relieved and better, but also sad because I know it was just a dream. So I understand what you mean, and I also had that dream before he passed, where I was just crying, and it felt so real, like he was really there with me, like kind of like a lucid dream. I totally understand. And then it really made me happy, but also, like I said, very sad, because when you wake up from a nice dream and you know it was just a dream, you know, when you have a bad dream and you wake up, it's like a relief and you're like, oh, I'm so glad it was just a dream. But if it's a nice dream, it's kind of the opposite. It's just it just, hurts in that moment. But sometimes I think dreams are also kind of reality, where we meet them in just a different realm. And I also don't think that the soul gets lost. I think it is really just the body that we say goodbye to. So who knows if dreams are real or not? They're real in their own way, I think. Danke, Thomas, das weiß ich sehr zu schätzen. That's so heartbreaking, I'm so sorry. It really is, but what can you do about it? I appreciate it.
Please, big guns.
Yes, I agree, Jay. I appreciate everyone's love here so much. We gotta stay strong, yes. And that's exactly why I think it is so important to share this, It really isn't easy because I absolutely hate crying in front of people. I always did because, like I said, when I was young, my mom passed, and I always want to be strong and for my family, and that seemed too sad, so I was always the one holding it all in. But I feel like it's really important to learn that sadness is just another emotion, and it's not something to be afraid of or like embarrassed of. And also to, I would have never known about that Clandestino if you didn't share it. So I feel like that when I share something like that, people know that other people are going through that same thing, and it makes it easier maybe to cope because other people, not easier, but just a shared pain thing is, I feel like that's like a real thing when other people dealing with the same thing and they're surviving it and they're getting better, and we can share our experience and our progress. So I think that is very important, just sharing those moments in life too, not just the happy ones and the cute moments. And it's also, I agree with we gotta stay strong. And it's also okay to be weak and to be crying and to be sad and to not feel strong and to not feel like getting out of the house for a day if you're grieving, you know. Just take your time with grieving, because grieving doesn't have a time limit. Like, even if the work tells you can only grieve for a week, grieving takes much longer. Even if it's a year or like weeks or a month, I think we're allowed to take this time, and all our friends have to be understanding, and family, that it takes time, and yeah, it's not, we don't always have to be strong. Thank you, Jay. I appreciate that. That's very sweet. I'm a Muslim guy, and I believe we do some favors to the people who really need in order to make him so in peace, such as buying a good meal to a homeless on behalf of my dad. Oh, the good deeds, yeah, that is very sweet. And it is funny that you say that, Clandestino. I actually, I'm not Muslim, but I had, so when my dad passed, and I don't know, I just had this weird feeling. Like I said, I felt more at ease in that moment just because that fear was gone. And I also had that feeling that I need to be a better person, or I want to be a better person just for his sake too, and my sake. So, because he was really like the best person I knew. So I feel like I want to, you know, step into his footsteps a little bit. And it wasn't like a thought, it was just like really something I felt, and then that came into my head automatically. I just really, I thought differently than I did before. So if someone,
that's not me. That's not
like,
yeah, they killed
before that, something would have pissed me off, but in the moment after he passed and something happened to me where I was like mad at someone, I was like not mad at a person for some reason. It was really weird, because my dad was like super chill and relaxed, and he would never get upset about anything. So I feel like he kind of like passed that on to me in that moment. Like, I really felt like a switch inside of me. So I feel like our parents also pass things on to us once they're gone. And I know they're not fully gone, just their bodies. That's what I believe. When's the funeral? Is your sister going to be there? How are you managing everything in Germany? Yes, my sister will be there for sure. And I'm going home to figure everything out with the funeral. And for now, everything is on hold until I'm there. And then we'll make arrangements. And we're actually thinking, because my dad loved the North Sea and he lived there for many years, and we're thinking of bringing him up to the North Sea and doing a sea funeral, you know, with the ashes. But I don't know if I could do it this time, because I only have a week in Germany. But maybe one day when we have more time, maybe in summer or so, we can take the ashes and bring them to the North Sea. Or bury them with my mom. That's what I would probably want to do. So yeah, that's like the thought process now. But I still have to talk to my sister and arrange everything. Additionally, other good things on behalf of all losses. I know what you mean, Clandestino, and that is a very nice thought. It just makes you you want to be an even better person for your parents or for the person that you lost. That is really beautiful. I mean, it's important to cry, never hold your tears in. Yes, you're right, Monsieur. I used to do that a lot, like I said, when I was younger. People even called me crazy sometimes in school, because they're like, I thought your mom passed, you don't even cry. But obviously I cried when I was by myself, right? But I wouldn't want to show that in front of people. I don't know what it was, but there was always something in me where I was like feeling that I need to be or seem strong. But of course, crying is also a sign of strength, right? I don't want to say that when you cry, you're not strong. But that was just something that was in my head when I was a kid. But I totally agree with you, Monsieur. crying is important. It just relieves you and it gives you so much. It just helps coping and getting the sadness out of the body, like in a physical way, I guess. So yeah, if I hadn't cried my eyes out for the last few days, I would not even be able to talk to you right now. So I'm kind of proud of myself that I can talk about it without starting to bawl. But it's definitely close. Her sister's going to be there in Germany. Yes, it will be. Thank you for your support. Thank you, Delexer, or the mixer. I appreciate that. Don't get me wrong, I don't want to hurt you, but what was the reason of losing him? Heart attack or any reason? Oh, not at all. It's fine to ask that. Und danke, Thomas, dass du noch hier bist und Leute im Chat begrüßt. Ich bin heute nicht ganz so bei der Sache. So we are not exactly sure. So the doctor said he had Parkinson's disease, but he never had the shaking. So I'm wondering if he got misdiagnosed. I think it was probably more something like ALS, you know, something that like Stephen Hawking's had. That is what I expect. Of course, I'm not a neurologist, so I couldn't tell. But basically, his muscles just deteriorated. He couldn't. First, he couldn't hold things anymore. Then he couldn't walk anymore. He would always.
I'm good. I have a lot.
He would always stumble and fall down.
Over here. Push this one right here.
So he got a lot of injuries because of that. So we decided that the nursing home is the best solution because he needed like 24/7 people around him because he could literally not do anything on his own anymore. And so whenever I flew home to Germany,
we can meet
I tried my best to, you know, like do like physiotherapy with him, just go out and keep him entertained and stuff. But for the months I wasn't there, my sister was with him and the nurses and the doctors. But it was such a strong progression, like it just progressed so fast that all his muscles kind of deteriorated, even the muscles here. So he started, he couldn't talk anymore. So his speech would stop. It got to the point where he couldn't swallow anymore. So we had to do an emergency surgery. And he got like a feeding application into the stomach. So he wouldn't have to swallow food anymore. And that was already terrible because I know he's a chef, you know, so food was part of his life and eating yummy things and cooking and all that. So when he couldn't do that anymore, like a lot of the joy was really gone. So it was probably for the best that he didn't have to deal with that for too long. As hard as it is for us, it's better for him, and it would just be selfish for me to try to have him here for longer, you know, just so I wouldn't be sad. But it was just not ideal for him for a long time now.
Do they have a scarab too?
Oh, thank you, Fanny, for
you have 2 scarabs?
for saying that or for clarifying. Yes, and he died in his sleep.
Where are we going?
How about you, Clandestino, if you want to share with us what happened to your dad in his last hour? Danke. Frohe Weihnachten an dich auch. Yes, it's an Engel.
They said.
Oh, danke, Jay. Thank you, Jay. I appreciate that. I think so too. I really am. I know I never talk about religion here, or you know, I don't like making it religious or anything because I know many people have different religions and it is totally okay. I wasn't a believer for so long, like the last 10 years at least, since my mom died basically, because that's like where you know, why would I believe if my mom died so early? That definitely changed in the last year or two. So I definitely do believe that we go somewhere, you know, after this, and then we're not just gone. So that definitely gives me hope. Yes, I really was sad that he had to go through all that. He was really not, he didn't deserve any of that, you know. It always made me think, why him, you know, like him raising two children on his own, taking care of our mom when had cancer, and then she passed, and he did everything he could to, you know, give us everything, and he never bought anything for himself. He was like the most selfless person I ever got to know. And then hearing about his disease, and then, you know,
They just fucked us
him
up.
living his retirement in a nursing home, disabled, is just not what I would have expected, how he would retire and how he would live. But life is not fair, right? Life is just life. Nothing is fair in this life. It's very hard to listen to all these words. Just wanted to let you know that I'm sharing your pain. Thank you, Clandestino. I appreciate that. Honestly, I wish you wouldn't share my pain, because I hate that you have to go through the pain, you know. And then I'm not saying it makes it easier for me that you're going through the pain, but I appreciate you saying that you shared your experience, and that you told us about the loss of your father. And it certainly helps to know that I'm not alone, you know, but I still hate for you to having to go through all that pain. When will you be in Germany, Ami? When are you flying? I'm flying in a couple days, funny. I'll be there in 3 days, I think. But I'll let you know once I landed. I'll just probably make a little post. Keep you all posted, but it's not going to be a lot that's coming from me at the moment, but I know you all understand. But I'll be back eventually, because it certainly helps, you know, to talk to you all. And
Are you dead?
yeah, like I said, life will be back to normal at one point. You gotta keep going, and the world gonna keep turning, right? Nothing, it's not gonna stop for you. But yeah, the whole organizational stuff is just gonna take a while. Even though I know it's really just his body that we're like saying goodbye to, and I feel like I had my goodbye with him in other moments, like even here in America. I feel like he came over here to America as soon as he passed. I feel like he made his way over here just to check out how I'm living and how it looks like here, because he has never been here. I just kind of felt his presence here when I saw the skies. And I hope my sister's okay when I share this. But my sister sent me pictures of the place where my dad has passed. And my dad's favorite color was pink. I know. He was a modern guy. He was really very, very tolerant, modern, very progressive, cool dude. His favorite color was pink. Why not? Anyways, so when he passed, it's crazy. I wish I could show you the pictures, because it is really almost absurd how it looks like. It is a dark sky. It's already too late for sunset. So sunset has passed long ago in that moment of the picture when it was taken. But there was like a pink cloud just above the town where my dad has passed. And it lingered there for 3 hours until like almost nighttime. And it happened 2 days in a row. So I was there yesterday and today and the day before. So it was just a pink cloud there for many days now. So, or 2 days, sorry, yesterday and today. So that was really crazy for me to see. And I'm sure that was a sign.
I never thought I'd see
Danke, Jedin. Das wünsche ich dir auch frohe Weihnachten an deine Familie. Achso, du feierst gar nicht, tut mir leid. Dann trotzdem schöne Feiertage ohne Weihnachten. Geht ja auch. Man muss ja kein Weihnachten feiern für die Feiertage. Frei hat man ja hoffentlich meistens trotzdem. Oder Weihnachtsfilm oder so schaut man ja wahrscheinlich trotzdem, auch wenn man Weihnachten an sich nicht feiert. He raised to. Don't worry about it, take your time.
We lost that dude.
I will, Jay, I will for sure. Don't worry about it. He raised 2 beautiful daughters and raised them right. He had a beautiful relationship with both of them. That's the best blessing. Comforting to know he didn't have to be under pain for long.
Two scarabs like that.
Thank you so much, Funny. And yeah, honestly, I was kind of sad because I was like, oh man, he really wasn't sick for that long, you know? Like, it wasn't like 10 years, it wasn't even 6 years or so. It was really progressed so much faster than I thought. But honestly, like you said, it is actually probably better for him to not having to deal with it that long, instead of being in this situation for another 5 years. So yeah, it is better this way. English is the second language, so I try my best. On a routine control, we encountered that my dad's soda not showing much more. Order. Okay, doctor said that he needs an operation. 2 days later, after, in other words, bypasses right lung was filled with, oh no, I'm so sorry. Oh, that's terrible. Then he had another operation in the evening of the second operation, just unfortunately.
You ever played Warhammer Dark
I'm so sorry. That is, yeah, that is heartbreaking.
I'm waiting.
I'm wishing you much strength, Clandestino. And like you said, we'll get through that, and we gotta be strong for our dads. They would want us to, you know, be strong and not be too sad. So, yeah, sending you much love, and you will get through it, no matter how hard it feels like right now. Hey, Locke. Yes, late night stream. I just wanted to say Merry Christmas to everyone, or Happy Holidays, or happy days off work, no matter if you celebrate Christmas or not. You know, not everyone celebrates Christmas, so I'm not trying to assume that everyone celebrates Christmas. Alles gut, danke. I'm sorry, Christina. Yes, me too. It's terrible. Really glad you are able to talk and share your thoughts. Grief is so hard. I know how easy it is to shut down, still filled up myself, still not able to laugh or talk normally. Yeah, it really does take away that joy, right? And that easiness or that happiness. It really takes that away. And even just smiling a little bit is really hard. And the voice changes, like it's just very, like, yeah. Also, I'm almost at the brink of crying all day long. Like, you just have to say one thing, I have to read something that makes me, like, you know, want to cry again. So it definitely changes you a lot. But I'm sure we will one day be back to not fully our old selves. It always will change us a little bit. Of course, it will leave its marks. But just we'll take our time, you know. There's no, like I said, there's no time limit to grieving. For some it takes much longer, for some it's not that long. Also depends on what your relationship to the person or the pet or anything was that you lost, you know. So the closer it was, the harder it is, of course. So like I said, take your time, and we'll all get through it. We're all going through the same emotions, and it really helps to think like that all of us are dealing with loss at one point in our life. We all have happy moments, we all have sad moments, and it will all happen to us at one point. And it's good to know that we're here for each other. And yeah, feel free to always share your struggles or anything you're going through, and I'll try my best to be here for you. And thank you all for being here for me. I really appreciate that. Yes, it's not always easy, Monsieur, to open up, to be honest. But you guys make it easy for me because you're so amazing. But you know, it really is not the easiest thing to do, and it really depends on who you're talking to. Hey Swiss, how you doing? Yes, I'm wishing you healing too, miss you, and everyone that needs healing. There's a sad stream here, acting like a fool. No, you're good. Locke, how would you know? Usually I don't do many sad streams, but yeah, it is a sad stream today. Thank you, Clandestino. You do too. I feel like everyone here has a very kind personality and a kind heart. That's why I'm so grateful for this community. Oh, sorry, Swiss. Ja, nicht ganz. Mein Vater ist leider verstorben. Ich wollte nur die Neuigkeiten mitteilen, weil ich eine Weile wahrscheinlich nicht da sein werde und wollte allen frohe Weihnachten wünschen, trotz allem. Oder frohe Feiertage oder frohe Tage ohne Arbeit. Yes, I agree. Less people, more integrity. I agree. It's just more intimate that way. If it's too many people, you can. I had that a couple weeks ago. YouTube, for some reason, put me under some sort of, I don't know if it's like a shadow ban, but it's definitely something where YouTube doesn't push out my live streams anymore to new people, only to people from the community, which is actually really great, especially for moments like this, so we can really just, you know, share to those that really care or know each other. So it feels way easier to share stuff like that this way. I feel like if there was a stream with 300 people, I definitely wouldn't be able to do that. So, but I appreciate that you like the streams, Clandestino. Thank you guys for having, and thank you for opening up and sharing with me. I mean, I'm gonna go finish up my night routine and go chill. I'm gonna do the same thing. Thank you all for being here. I really appreciate it, and thank you all again for all your kind messages. I read them all, and they all touched my heart, and they really meant a lot to me, and it really helped me a lot to go through that first moments of grief. So just wanted you to know that, and they didn't go unnoticed or unread, and I read all your messages. So I wish you all a Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, frohe Weihnachten, frohe Feiertage, frohe freie Zeit. Dankeschön, Tanuki. Vielen Dank. I'm really sorry. I hope you will be better. I will. Happy live streams in the future for sure. For now, it will be sad live streams, but that is okay. Or that's probably like the only live stream. I'm probably not gonna live stream for a while. But maybe in Germany, I'll give you a little update, and hopefully I made it through the crying phase, you know, and then once the funeral is over, I feel like that's when the real grief will happen, when I realized everything, and now I'm still in the shock state. Thank you, Pink. I know. I'm so sorry about your mom's passing. I know it is really hard. Thank you so much. I really appreciate your words. And I hope you're doing okay, and I wish you happy holidays or Merry Christmas. And I hope you'll be able to enjoy the time despite you still going through the grieving, and you miss your mom. I know it's not easy, but we'll make it through it, right? Hey Marco. Ja, dann müssen wir alle mal gehen. An Weihnachten ist es natürlich schwer. Ich hoffe, du hast gute Menschen in deiner Nähe. Wünsche dir alles Gute. Vielen Dank, Tanuki. Nächstes Mal ist hoffentlich weniger traurige Stimmung. Tut mir leid, dass ich hoffe, ich ziehe euch nicht runter mit meiner Laune, aber geht natürlich gerade nicht anders. Danke, thank you. Greetings to Turkey, Clandestino, Teşekkür. Is that what you say? Happy Christmas to you too. Thank you, Mudassir. Marco, mein Vater ist leider gestorben. Take care, stay strong, Merry Christmas, give kisses to my dearest Oscar. I will miss you, thank you so much. Merry Christmas to you too, and much healing to you, and I hope you will make it through the holidays with some happy moments, you know, and you're not all too sad. I know you're grieving too, and there will be better days again and happier days, so just hang on to the happy memories and or don't hang on to them, just have them but don't hang on to them, you know. It's good to be in the present moment too, but all the happy moments or memories are sometimes all we have, right? They make us happy or get us through those hard times. But yeah, there will be better moments or happier moments in the future. Don't worry about it. Grief and sadness will never last forever. Thank you so much, Melissa. Thank you, Pink, and thank you, everyone. Kein Problem, Marco, konntest du nicht wissen. Tashakur Idarim means thank you in our language. Very sweet to hear that. I'm trying. It's definitely not the easiest thing to pronounce, but I'm trying. Dankeschön, Thomas. Oh, das freut mich zu hören. Oder das ist süß von dir, dass du das sagst. Aber natürlich möchte ich, dass ihr alle fröhlich seid. Aber traurig sein gehört natürlich auch zum Leben. Das darf man auch nicht vernachlässigen. Manchmal will man nur das Positive, aber das Traurige gehört leider auch zum Leben dazu. Ob man will oder nicht. Hey, Merry Christmas, Fitness King. Here's to the man who lived his life through music and love for his children. He can be proud because he raised them right. Flowers to him. Oh, funny. You made me tear up again. I'm probably gonna hop off now because you all make me sad. But like, you make me not like you help me heal, and it's very sweet of you. But of course, it's also very sad. Just it touches my heart. You know, my heart is just very sensitive right now. Pass auf dich auf, ich bin geschockt. Danke, Marco. Werde ich machen. Ich gebe mir Mühe, gut in Deutschland zu landen und mich um alles zu kümmern, was getan werden muss, auch wenn es keinen Spaß macht und man keine Lust drauf hat, aber eine von den Sachen, die man leider machen muss. Danke, Marco, das weiß ich zu schätzen. Take care, Clandestino. We got this. Hearts to y'all. Love you all, and thank you so much for being here. You all mean a lot to me. And the only silver lining here is you will never have to grieve alone. We're all here. Thank you so much. Ja, Marco muss sich für die Beerdigung leider und alles organisieren. Der Spaßige. Ja, der Spaß fängt erst an. Keine Zeit zum Trauern mit den Behörden.
What is a game that you
I need
think
to worry about me. I'm here. Difficult time. I'm here for y'all too. Even though I'm sad, but if anything happens to you, or if you're, you know, always here, trying my best. I'm always reading your messages, like I said, and even if I don't reply in this stressful time, because the stress is going to start now. Grieving, this society doesn't give you much time to grieve, and because you have to do all the bureaucracy and all the BS that comes with dying. You know, dying is always stress for the family. So I wish it wasn't less like that. I wish the government would do something differently where people really have time to be sad and, you know, you get more support from them. But that's a whole other topic. I don't want to open that. Hey, Jan. Ja. Mein Vater ist leider gestorben. Es fühlt sich ganz furchtbar an, das auszusprechen, aber es hilft mir gleichzeitig auch, das zu akzeptieren, weil ich immer ganz viel Angst vor dem Moment hatte und irgendwie ist es befreiend, das zu sagen, weil der Moment jetzt nicht nochmal kommen kann und er vorüber ist. Danke, Thomas. Zu Weihnachten ist es. Ja. Wow, du hast die langlebigen Gene in dir, Marco. Meine Eltern sind leider beide sehr früh verstorben. Ja, und ja, meine mein Vater, meine Mutter, my mom, my dad both died on the same day. So I feel like it's kind of romantic. So Funny said something cute. He said maybe my mom came over and she took him home. Maybe she saw that he was just like really in a lot of pain and him being disabled in his old age because of his disease. Probably didn't feel good. So she probably made him a Christmas present and took him home. Ja, genau, Jan. Ihm ging schon seit längerem nicht mehr gut, aber wenigstens war es relativ stabil. Aber jetzt ging es dann leider doch sehr plötzlich bergab. Aber man kann es nicht ändern, leider. Du trägst dein Vater im Herzen, da passt er immer auf dich auf. Dankeschön. Thank you, miss you. I'm here for you too. Can you stay on for a second? Of course, Funny. Es tut mir sehr leid und mein Beileid an dich. Bleib stark und denk positiv. Du bist nicht alleine. Dein Partner und deine Hand sind deine Kraft und du bist ein toller Mensch. Das merkt man sofort. Vielen Dank. Das freut mich, dass man das merkt. Oder ich weiß nicht, ob ich ein guter Mensch bin, aber es ist sehr lieb von euch, dass ihr das sagt. Ja. I wish you all still, despite the the sadness, a happy holiday, and I hope you all can be a little bit less sad or much less sad. And knowing that many of you will have a happy holidays with their families makes me less sad, I always thought if I see other people's happiness during sad times, it would make me more sad because I would compare myself and be like, oh man, why me? But actually, I changed that perspective a while ago. I feel like it actually helps me to see how people.
In your life, you'd rather fight automatons.
When I see people happy, it makes me happier, just to see that they're having a good time. And
You'd rather fight automatons or Tyranns?
yeah, it really helps to think that way. Wie alt wurden deine Eltern und bereust du irgendwann, wenn ich das so fragen darf, ich will nicht eines Tages bereuen, zu wenig Zeit mit ihnen verbracht zu haben? Ja, auf jeden Fall, Jan. Ich bereue es zwar nicht, dass ich meinen Weg gegangen bin und andere Länder erkundet habe und besichtigt habe, in anderen Ländern gewohnt habe, weil es zu meinem Charakter wahrscheinlich beigetragen hat und um das Leben irgendwie kennenzulernen und zu wissen, was man machen will. Miss you. You didn't have to do that. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. That is so sweet of you. Thank you. Everything makes me emotional today. Okay, not gonna cry. Like it at least. Thank you. Sending you flowers back, Miss you. Oh, oopsie. Almost kicked you all out. Thank you so much, Miss you. Really appreciate that. I forgot where I was. Yes, you will regret not spending time with your parents, Jan, but regret doesn't get you anywhere at the same time. My mom passed early, so I couldn't do anything about that. My dad was dealing with disease, but my dad at the same time, he would always give me the freedom to do whatever I want, and he would always support me. And his biggest happiness was seeing his children happy and seeing them going their own way. So he was, he was the best person I've ever met. And I feel like sometimes I'm like, why did I lose my parents so early, because I see so many people still having both their parents and grandparents and all their family. And for me, almost all my family died. I only have one part of my family left now, my sister, and everyone else died. Cousins, grandparents, parents, everyone. So sometimes I catch myself thinking, why me, why is everyone just being taken away from me, but that's just not how it works, you know. It's not that someone's trying to punish you or anything like that. And like I said, it's not healthy to compare yourself to other people and other people's families and their situations. And I also believe that what doesn't, you know, if you don't die from it, it makes you stronger in some ways. And you will find strength in other things and happiness in other things. And you know, you'll be more aware of other people's sadness somehow. And yeah, it is, but it's not easy. But you should, if you have the opportunity to see your parents, and spend time with them, because you never know how much time you have. But that is with everyone that you know, right? That is, you never know when someone's gonna leave. Even when you're kind of prepared for it, it always will be a shock, and it's always too early. There's never a good time for that. Danke, Thomas. Vielen Dank. Aber ja, wenn du kannst, verbringe so viel Zeit mit deinen Eltern wie möglich. Danke, Jedin, es freut mich, dass du das sagst. Oder das ist sehr lieb von dir, dass du das sagst. Dankeschön. Sharing is caring, ja, das stimmt. Oh. Danke, Clandestino. Sorry, ich habe es gerade erst gesehen. Die kommt alle auf meine Liste. Meine Dankesliste. Aber ich danke allen, egal ob Leute was spenden oder nicht spenden oder liken, nicht liken. Wenn es nette Worte sind oder eine Nachricht oder Leute den Stream schauen oder einfach nur Zeit verbringen, weiß ich alles zu schätzen. Support ist nicht immer nur finanziell oder ihr wisst, was ich meine. Zeit ist das größte Gut, was wir haben. Das steht drunter, wir sind mit dir, Ami. Dankeschön, Marco, das weiß ich sehr zu schätzen. Danke, Marco. Ich hoffe, dir geht's gut und ich wünsche euch ein schönes Fest mit der Familie. No need to thank me. I'm sorry again. Thank you, Monsieur. I will for sure thank you. You're just such a, I don't know if I ever met a generous person like you before, Monsieur. That is definitely, I don't know, it's like something that many people have. Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen a generous person like you, honestly. So I really appreciate that.
Oh shit, Katie.
That is definitely very, very rare in this world. Ja, Jan, ich fliege nach Deutschland. Ich muss die Beerdigung organisieren und alles. I got more tragedy inside of me, but I don't want to take your time. It's fine, Clandestino. We'll have many more live streams where we can share tragedies. But if it's something imminent or something that happened to you, like recently, you can please feel free to share this. Everyone can share anything on this channel. Like, there's nothing like, you know, people are like, I don't want to be a downer. I don't want to, you know, make y'all sad or ruin the mood. It's okay. You know, that's what people are here for. I don't know why people or some people in this world have the feeling that they always have to share positive things and always gotta be happy and smiling and like funny. That's just not reality. Everyone can be however they feel like. All emotions are valid. All emotions have their reason why they're there, right? Seine Zeit in das investieren ist nicht selbstverständlich, aber wie gesagt, Menschen wie du verdienen mehr als nur das. Danke, Jedin. Ja, ich habe noch eine Schwester, die ist zum Glück in Deutschland bei meinem Vater. Also, ja, jetzt natürlich nicht mehr, aber, also sie schon, aber du weißt, was ich meine. Und ja, ihr geht's, glaube ich, ganz okay. Ich glaube, die Erleichterung ist bei ihr mittlerweile auch angekommen,
Christmas is over.
weil wir beide wussten, dass es meinem Vater nicht gut geht, gesundheitlich. Und das hilft irgendwie ein bisschen, damit klarzukommen. Maybe post something if it's not too personal, painful, so I will know. I did a little community post, Marco, and a video with Oscar, the Christmas video I made. I put some text in there. The reason why I did it like that, I didn't want to post it like in your face, you know. I made this Christmas video, and in that video I put a little like notes in, like a text where I mentioned that my dad has passed, so it was more like subtle and not like, I didn't want to make like people sad, you know. I tried to just make like a video where I talk about grieving and sadness during Christmas, by not making it too sad. And only the ones that would actually watch the whole video would know. So only the ones that are actually interested in seeing it, and not just like some random internet strangers, you know. That's why I decided to do it that way.
Yeah.
Dankeschön, Thomas.
Oh, that's cool.
Weiß ich zu schätzen. See you next time. Stay strong. See you next time, miss you. You too. Stay strong. We got this. We'll make it through it, and try to, even if it's just 10 minutes that you enjoy, like to those that are sad and grieving, even if it's just 10 minutes or 15 minutes out of the day that you do something that you enjoy, do it. And don't feel guilty for enjoying something when you feel like you need to be sad because someone just passed, like, you know, because sometimes we can fall into this trap where we feel like we need to be thinking about this person or animal 24/7 to honor them and, you know, not forget them, but we'll never forget them. And you deserve to have some moments of happiness, even if it's just like, you know, an hour of watching a movie that you like, or a show, or sit down with a good book or something. You know, you deserve that peace of mind and just that quiet time for yourself. So please don't feel guilty, anyone that's dealing with that kind of sadness right now. Gute Nacht, Marco. Danke für deine Anteilnahme, das weiß ich zu schätzen. Ich merke auf jeden Fall, dass es wirklich ernst gemeint ist. Und ich wollte niemanden runterziehen. Ich hoffe, du hast trotzdem schöne Weihnachten und viel Zeit mit der Familie. Sehr gut, Rika, dann bist du nicht allein. Das ist auch wichtig, ist wahrscheinlich schwieriger. Ja, bald bin ich da, genau. Genieß die Zeit, die du hast. Dankeschön, Jedin. Weiß ich zu schätzen. And briefly, I'm interested in being a pilot, but wasn't able to afford that. 2002, my dad sold his office in order to send me to flight school.
Check that button.
Oh, he sent his office? He sold his office to send you to flight school. Goodness. That is so nice of him. Verbringe Zeit mit deiner Schwester, mit allen Lieblingsmenschen, so wie du kannst. Und später, wenn es nicht mehr da ist, dann bereut man leider, aber dann kann man nichts ändern. Das stimmt. So geht es mir natürlich auch gerade, dass man es bereut, dass man nicht da war. Aber so darf man natürlich auch nicht denken, weil es könnte jederzeit jedem passieren. Jeder könnte jederzeit von uns gehen, ohne dass wir davon wissen. Wenn man so durchs Leben geht, ist es natürlich schwierig. Aber es stimmt natürlich. Sobald man die Möglichkeit hat, Zeit zu verbringen mit den Menschen, die man liebt, sollte man das natürlich tun. Und ich versuche mein Bestes in Deutschland, das zu machen, mit denen die Zeit haben und da sein wollen. Since I got enrolled into Aviation Academy, everything in my life went south. I broke up with the woman in my life. Me and my family bankrupted and lost my dad. Almost lost some motivation. Keep going, but I still do my best. At least for my mom. I'm so sorry to hear that. That is really rough. But don't give up, Clandestino. You know, whenever there's a down or you feel like it's going downhill in your life, there will be an up again. You know, that's just the duality of life. That's just you know, when shit happens, it all happens at the same time. That's unfortunately how it is oftentimes. You know, I feel like it can't get worse, but it always finds a way to get worse. So just know that, like, I'm not an expert or anything, of course, but I've gone through some real bad stuff in my life too. And I think whenever you feel like everything's just falling apart and it's just going down the drain, it will go up again, you know. It will get better. And nothing lasts forever. Everything will pass. The good things and the bad things. Nothing in this world will ever stay the same. So sometimes that helps to think like that, you know. Things will always change. Our loved ones want us to be happy, I know that for sure. I agree with you, Pink. Es passiert, man kann es nicht ändern und denkt positiv natürlich, aber man soll sein Bestes geben, der Wille ist da und das ist sehr wichtig, das stimmt auf jeden Fall. Librika, du bekommst einen Gutschein, wenn du Hilfe brauchst, wäre ich für dich da, auch außerhalb des Internets. Oh, das ist so süß, Dankeschön, Thomas. Ich bin echt froh, so viele liebe Leute hier kennengelernt zu haben und oder dass ihr immer noch da seid, nicht in der Vergangenheitsform. Vielen, vielen Dank, das bedeutet mir wirklich sehr viel. Rika, ich habe sofort gemerkt, dass du gekränkt bist, aber das wollte ich nicht fragen, aber hatte recht. Ja, leider kann ich versuche es auch nicht zu verbergen, weil, habe ich vorhin angesprochen, es ist wichtig, auch traurige Momente zu zeigen, vor allem im Internet, Social Media und hier YouTube, weil viele denken, dass es nur die positiven Momente gibt bei Leuten, die Videos posten oder irgendwie Social Media machen. Und es ist wichtig, auch die traurigen Seiten zu zeigen, dass man weiß, dass man nicht alleine ist. Dass alle da durchgehen müssen. Thanks for sharing your thoughts, Rika. It made me feel better. I'm glad to hear that, Clandestino, and I'm sorry you're going through it. You got this. Always remember that no matter how broken you feel, you know, you're always complete. Like you're still whole. You're still yourself. You're still a full person. You know. It feels like pieces of you have been taken away when you like experience loss and failures, but that's not how it is. You will always be complete. Just remember that. Thank you, Shuriken. How are you doing? I appreciate that. I just want to wish you all Merry Christmas, and I felt like it's important now that I had a few days to, you know, cry my eyes out, to share sadness, not in like an exposing way, like, oh, I'm so sad, but like just real life. Like we're all going through it. You're all not alone. You know, it's not just the happy moments. It's just not life. So I'm just trying to be as real and, you know, vulnerable, because it is okay to show that and to be sad, and we're all going through the same stuff in life, just in different times and different moments and time frames, countries, ages, all life stages. I'll put you in my charger real quick so I'm not kicked out by YouTube or my phone's not gonna die. Ich bin genauso, kann leider nicht verstecken, ob ich gut drauf, schlecht oder sauer bin. Man merkt es mir an sofort. Ist manchmal gar nicht schlecht. Dann hast du einfach nur, ich würde sagen, das ist relativ authentisch. Finde ich besser, als wenn man gar nicht erkennen kann bei Menschen, in welchen Gefühlslagen sie gerade sind. Und ist ja auch okay, wenn man mal sauer ist oder schlecht gelaunt, oder man muss nicht immer fröhlich sein. Das ist so ein, ich habe das Gefühl, viele Menschen haben das Gefühl, dass sie immer gut drauf sein müssen und irgendwie eine Fassade aufrechterhalten müssen, aber das Leben ist leider nicht immer so einfach, oder? Dass man immer nur fröhlich ist. Aber ja, I wish I could stay here longer with you all, but I still have to do some stuff, unfortunately. Ich guess für dich das so gerade alles nicht echt. Mhm. Ja, wenn man nicht da ist, ist es wahrscheinlich nochmal anders. I think when I am back in Germany for the funeral, when I'm arranging the funeral and everything will feel even more real, and I will probably get like a reality check and like a second round of crying attacks and heartbreak. And I already know that, so I'm not excited for my trip to Germany. But the last few trips to Germany was because my dad was in an emergency room, so that was also very stressful and sad, and a lot of fear. So this time it's gonna be like the very sad, but at least there won't be any fear involved, as hard as it sounds or as bad as it sounds. But unecht angefühlt, das kann ich sehr nachvollziehen. Ist bei mir wahrscheinlich gerade ähnlich. Also ich habe natürlich geheult ohne Ende schon und mein Herz ist schon in 1000 Stücke zersplittert, aber wenn ich in Deutschland bin, kommt der ganze Schmerz wahrscheinlich nochmal 10.000 Mal krasser auf mich zu. Und ich bin nicht gerade gespannt darauf, aber man muss leider durch. Merry Christmas to you also, Ami. That may seem strange to say. I suppose happiness and joy are different. Yes, that's a good point. Happiness and joy are different, indeed. But yeah, I wish you all happy holidays, Merry Christmas, frohe Feiertage, Auszeit von der Arbeit, no matter if you celebrate or not. And I'm so grateful for you all, for all your messages. I read them all, like I said. No message gets unnoticed here. I didn't have time to reply because it is just a very stressful, intense time right now. Oh Mann, das tut mir echt leid, Jedin, das ist schlimm. Das ist, ja, nicht da sein zu können, das ist das Schlimmste. Verstehe ich. And anyone that's going through sadness or grief, it will get better. And it is okay to grieve, it is important to grieve, and nothing wrong with that. Don't try to push away those feelings. Just go through them and let them happen. And it's part of life, and it's nothing bad. It has to happen, and it just shows you how much you love the person that you lost when you're sad. And ja, 16 Jahre, krass. Mann, aber ich bin froh, dass die Zeit hoffentlich deine Wunden ein bisschen geheilt hat, Jedin. Thank you, Shuriken. Take care to your brother, and thank you for your love and for the nice words and the healing words. I really appreciate that from all of you, and sending much love back to everyone, and a Merry Christmas. Glaube ich auch, Jan. Daran glaube ich auch. I believe in life after life. I don't think anyone will ever leave, so that definitely helps a lot. Thank you all for your kind words. That really helped mend my heart tonight, and I really appreciate all of you. I hope you all know that. And yeah, I'll say it again. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas, happy family time, whatever you celebrate. Spend time with your family, with your loved ones, with your friends, with your animals, and just something that brings you joy. And I will see you all very soon, and I'm hanging in here, and please you do the same, and I'll talk to you all very soon. Bye, y'all. Ja, alle Menschen bleiben in unserem Herzen für immer. Auf jeden Fall. Thank you all. Sending much love to you. They're so sweet. I wish you could have read like all the kind messages.
Yeah.
It definitely glued my heart back together in some pieces and places, so it's so kind. I don't deserve you all. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. Sure, I can say hi to you.
Yeah, sure.
holt uns das Seite. Mach dir keine Angst, Jedin, bringt nichts. Man kann es nie wissen, es kann jederzeit passieren oder nicht passieren. Leb nicht mit dieser Angst, das ist ganz, ganz schlimm, das macht dann richtig krank. Das Leben macht, was es will, leider. Und, oder auch nicht. Wir haben es nicht in unserer Hand. Alles, was wir machen können, ist, unseren Liebsten zu sagen, dass wir sie lieben und dass wir an sie denken und dass wir Zeit mit ihnen verbringen oder Gedanken an sie haben und ja, Erinnerungen kreieren. Merry Christmas. Happy Holidays. Y'all make me emotional. Before I start crying, I gotta leave y'all. Bye. Be safe, everyone, please. And I'll see you next time. Bye. And thank you. Ich fahre in den nächsten, oder ich fliege in den nächsten paar Tagen los. Ich lasse es euch wissen, wenn ich in Deutschland bin. I'll let you all know when I'm in Germany. I'll do a little update, but there will not be a lot for me. But I'll give you some updates for sure. So, yeah, and like I said, please be safe, everyone. Don't be too sad during those days. Try to enjoy it as much as you can. And life is ups and downs, and sadness needs to be here too, so we can experience happiness and joy as well. That's just the duality of life. Bye, everyone. Love you all. Bye.